Welcome to the Breadwinner Energy Podcast. I'm your host, T. Daniels, wife, mama of two girls, multi-business owner, iced coffee connoisseur, and your official bad bitch mentor. Get ready to transform your boring business into a money-making machine by learning how to just be better at being you. No more playing by the rules. It's time to hone in on your gifts, turn up your energy, and make some serious cash. So grab your coffee, your headphones, or just cover your child's ears and let's dive in. Welcome back to another episode of the Breadwinner Energy Podcast. Hello and welcome in. I'm so excited for today's episode because I'm giving you guys a sneak peek exclusive listen into a call that I just did with my group coach school students. We are in the thick of launching. Almost all of our students are in launching phase right now. So the group coach school is my group coaching program where I help you build a high ticket group coaching program in 90 days, launch it, learn how to live launch, hone in on your messaging, learn content, be really good at your content and messaging strategies, and learning how to really embody your it factor to become the it coach and sell out your offers, make six figures with the group coaching program. So in this group coaching program, our coaches build their first group coaching program and then they launch it and then they rinse and repeat our launch strategy and we track data. And again, we hone in on their own metrics and what works. So recently on a call that I did with them, we had a few students do their first launch and feeling launch disappointment because their launch didn't go to plan or it didn't sell the way they wanted to. And so I gave them a come to Jesus, if you will, on that call. And I went in on launch disappointment and what that's like because this year specifically, I had two $0 launches and I've had $0 launches every year of business, whether that was before six figures, after six figures, in multi six figures. I have had $0 launches and I expressed to them how this is part of the game, right? So I'm going to give you this sneak peek exclusive listen in because this was everything that they needed to know. And I know for a fact, so many of you need to hear this. If you are new to coaching, or if you're not new to coaching, if you want a coaching business that is successful, if you want to hit six and multi six figures and you want a real business and not just a side hustle, and you are tired of holding yourself back, you will want to listen to this episode. So I'm very excited to show this to you, to let you guys kind of listen into what these calls sound like. This specifically was a mindset coaching call that this came from. So inside the group coaching school, what we do is on Mondays, we do open coaching every single week where you can come in and bring anything to be coached on. It's very much open coaching. And then sometimes I'll do like specific coaching days. So like last Monday, I used that time to really deep dive to content. So every single person went around the room, talked to me about their person and their offer. And then I gave them and wrote them content hooks. And we talked about like how to write your content. So sometimes we just do like special classes like that. And then on Thursdays, we either do mindset calls or we do launching calls. So like every call is very much dedicated to what every single person in the room needs. And then every time they get access to me and to ask questions and to get coached one-to-one in front of the group, whether it's mindset, whether it's launching, whether it's content, sales, offers, niche, pricing, like you name it, we cover it all in the group coach school. So that's where this call is coming from. Now, before we dive into this, I do want to tell you guys that I just opened the Coach Academy. So I originally called it the Unstoppable Coach, and I decided to change it to the Coach Academy because first and foremost, my trademark, the Breadwinner Energy Academy is my trademark. So it's just safer to use a trademarked name. But I decided to kind of how do I say this? I wanted to make this offer a little bit juicier, a little bit spicier, a little bit of like, no, I think this is so much better and like what my people need. So the Coach Academy is the easiest way to work with me right now. It is the most accessible way that I've ever had a program be for a 12-month group coaching program. We just did pre-sale. So pre-sale was even cheaper, but it's still extremely affordable if you're wanting to be a six-figure coach. And you can get access right now for 2222. And we also have a payment plan of 222 a month, which again, this means you get coaching with me every month, you get Q&A with me every week, and you get to access to our live calls and our quarterly workshops. So again, the easiest, most affordable way to work with me to build your six-figure business. So what the Coach Academy embodies is literally every single thing you need for a six-figure business. It is finally a place where you have hands-on coaching to build your six-figure coaching business and to learn how to do a six-figure coaching business simply, because I don't do ads, I don't teach ads. You can finally stop feeling slimy about sales and charging and stop over dramatizing every single decision in your business. You can finally be confident in yourself, your coaching skills, and your business decisions. You can stop worrying about tech and funnels and flashy trends that are going on in the industry. You can stop worrying about shaking your ass online. And it's like full proof of, if you have kids at home, this will still work for you, because that's how I run my business. And if you have an unsupportive partner, this is how you have access to a room of people who support you, who are here for you and helping you build your business despite what your partner might say to you. This was all of the principles that I had to learn, relearn, implement, and re-implement before six figures and even after six figures in my business. So the Coach Academy is for you, whether you're under six figures and you want a six-figure business, or maybe you're even at six figures, but you are a service provider and you want to coach. Maybe you're doing VIP days and you want to coach. Maybe you are rebranding. Maybe you hate your entire business and you need to burn it to the ground because you have built it in a totally wrong way, and you need better boundaries and you need actual business policies and you need to start running your business like a CEO. This is the program for you. If you're overcomplicating every single decision, if you are wavering back and forth on your offers, your price, what you do, your niche, should I not niche, you are wavering on your own capabilities to be a coach or have a business. You're stopping and starting over and over and over again because you continuously second guess yourself. You're constantly changing everything. You're worrying about people who have never bought from you. You're worried about selling. You're spending more time doom scrolling than actually working on your business and being creative. You are just thinking you need every shiny, freaking complicated strategy, funnel, all the things. You're living in imposter syndrome. You question why anyone would ever hire you over the $1 million influencer coach. And listen into today's episode, because I'm going in on this too. You feel like the industry is oversaturated. You aren't even doing money activities in your business every single day. You aren't running your business like a freaking business owner. You're wallowing in what isn't working. You're wallowing in lack of sales. You're only showing up maybe one or two times and talking about your offer and then convincing yourself that it doesn't work for you. You're afraid to be too salesy. You're afraid to tell stories. You're afraid of what people think. You're afraid of telling the same stories over and over and over again. And you're trying to mimic other people's strategies and like build a business off of what other people are doing when it doesn't even work for you. If this is you, you need to be inside the Coach Academy. The link is below. I am giving you all of the skills to be a great coach, to be a great thought leader, to have a six-figure business and schedule and boundaries and policies and protocols, a six-figure mindset, six-figure business decisions, how to embody your own it factor, how to build the best freebies, how to get massive traction in your business with no ads, how to build a community, how to storytell, how to create your it factor offers, how to embody your best messaging and content, and how to sell every single day in your business and stop freaking worrying about being salesy. I'm literally giving it all to you with monthly coaching, weekly Q&A, a Facebook community group, your own portal to watch these trainings all the time. And we're constantly building up this portal. This is the easiest, most affordable way to work with me. Click the link below. It's only $222 a month to get inside of there right now and get coaching with me. Now let's get into this episode. That was exactly what I wanted to talk about, was launch letdown, because I could lie to you and sit here and tell you that like I've never felt the disappointment of a launch not going to plan, but I would be lying, because I just went through this on one of my last launches that was $0. And it sucks. Like, I don't want to minimize that it sucks, because it does. Like, and I don't want to pretend like it's not okay. But I also, because it is very normal, but I also want to say that we have to allow ourselves to first feel the feelings of like, wow, that sucked. I'm super disappointed. And then we need to decide, how long are we going to dwell in disappointment? And then after that period of time that we've given ourselves, like for me, I'm like, I'm going to wallow in these feelings for the whole day. I'm just going to. I'm going to just sit in it. I'm going to feel bad for myself. I'm going to eat crappy food. And I'm going to tell myself that nothing works. I'm quitting. I hate it. This is a scam. I'm just going to let myself go there for a day. But I'm going to put a time bracket. Like tomorrow when I wake up though, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not wallowing. Tomorrow when I wake up, I will be a CEO. And then the next day, or however much time you give yourself, that's when I say, okay, it's time to be CEO. It's time to say what worked, what didn't work, where's the data, why am I feeling this way, what's actually true, what can I do better, how can I get back out there? Because the truth is, I'm not quitting. The truth is, I don't want to go back to a 9 to 5. The truth is, I love what I do and I'm really good at what I do. And the truth also is, I didn't promote long enough. I did not worry about engagement and leads as much as I should. I need to really work on my lead gen. Your business is always telling you something. I need to be better at maybe being, what's the right word? Like the wish list coach, the coach who really is taking intentional time to give and not get, the coach who is willing to like be with my people and really just like love on them. Because right now, that's what I need to do in this season of life. Because if you start a business to just immediately get, you are going to be disappointed a lot. You're going to be disappointed all the time. You cannot expect to just put out an offer and just get, and then people are just buying. That doesn't even happen with coaches at 6 and 7 figures. So to think that that's going to happen for you before 6 figures is an unrealistic expectation that you just put on yourself. The thing about business is, and the thing about being an online coach is, you need to get good at building a personal brand. You need to get good at telling stories and talking to people. You need to get good at being a CEO and being a business owner and running strategies. And you need to get good at showing up. And you need to get good at hearing no over and over and over again. 1 launch, 100 launches do not dictate what's going on. If all of you here have launched and you launched consistently for 6 months, and in between launches, you're running strategies, you're running data, you're posting content, you're talking to people, you're selling, you're marketing, and you're honing in on your messaging, and you don't make a single sale in 6 months of consistent launching without giving up, without changing things, without ghosting, without being like it doesn't work, then we can talk about what needs to be tweaked. And then after 12 months of you consistently doing that, then we can start to be like, okay, there's obviously clearly an issue here. But after 1 launch, even 2, you just created your offer. You also have to think about every day when you're going out to talk to people, when you're going to create content, how much of you are thinking about your ideal client, what she wants, what she needs, what her emotions are, what she feels, and solving her problems. Because I guarantee most of you are thinking, what can I post to get a sale? What can I post that will get people's attention? How do I make money today? Instead of, how can I show up for that person who really needs to hear this today? Who really needs to hear this? But it takes time. So if you're not willing to give it time, you are not in the right industry. You just aren't. This is not a quick win. And it requires commitment and it requires dedication, even when you get told no, even when nobody buys. If I quit business because I didn't make 6 figures in a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, I wouldn't be here today. It took me 5 years of dedication, full time to hit 6 figures. Now, does it take everyone 5 years? No. But are you willing to give it 5 years if it does? Because if you're not willing to put in the time, then I'm questioning if you're here for the right reasons or if you're just here to make a lot of money really fast. If that's the truth, you're not in the right industry. Coaching is not the place to just feel like, I'm just going to do this to make a whole bunch of money real quick. It can give that to you, but it can also take time. So I don't want any of you to keep yourself in this discouraged box of it's not working. If you're constantly telling your brain, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working, it's not going to work for me, it's not working, I don't know what to do, I'm confused, I'm not sure, I can't do this. If you're constantly telling yourself there, well, yeah, of course you're not going to do it. Because you don't even believe that you're going to, that you can, that you will. There has to be a part of you that without a doubt knows this will happen for me. It just might take a little longer. And a few no's, a few launches that don't go to plan. Like, you guys are getting people to sign up for your stuff for free. That's step one. You're getting people in the room with you. That's step one. Keep showing up for those people. I've had people sit in free events month after month after month and not buy from me, and then eventually they do. Okay, that's okay. But if you're constantly telling yourself the story that it won't work, that it can't work, you're gonna stay there. This industry is not for the weak. You have to love what you do. And you have to love what you do so much that you're willing to get your feelings hurt. Here's the thing too. When it comes to coaching in general, just a coaching business, people are buying from people. People are buying from people they connect with, they resonate with. Me and my mastermind, we've talked about this all week together. Me and my mastermind girls, we've been doing like a coaching week together, and we're all at the 7-figure level. And all of us in that room have worked with coaches who are influencers, who are famous, who are at multi-seven figures, who are what people in the industry look up to. We've all in that room worked with at least one or two of them. And there's other ones of us in the room that would be like, yeah, I would never work with her. Even though she has really flashy results, she makes lots of money, and everyone who she works with supposedly makes lots of money, I would never work with her. I don't like her vibe. I don't like her story. She doesn't show up for clients. I would never hire her. I hired the coach that I connect to, that I relate to, that I resonate with, that provides the level of coaching that I need. So if you're worried and you're in this place of like, well, no one's going to buy my offer because there's a million other offers out here like that. Sure, maybe there is. But is there other coaches like you? Shriti, you're in a really populated industry. I think about this a lot. You're in a super populated industry. And I looked high and low for coaches and workout plans postpartum to lose weight. There was not a single one that offered coaching, hands-on support. They were not willing to talk to me. It was just like videos that they created and you could go do and watch on your own. That's not my style. I need someone to hold my hand. That's what I need. So I'm going to go look for a coach who's willing to hold my hand. Even if maybe she doesn't make $1 million, but she's like, oh girl, I will get in the thick of it with you every week. I'm sold. So I don't want you guys to think that you cannot, like, your offer is going to do the selling for you. Your bonuses are going to do the selling for you. Your pricing is going to do the selling for you. It's not. Your personal brand will. Your personality will. Your story will. The way that you connect with people, the way that you resonate with people. Like, what is your true? Now, that is one piece. And then strategy is a whole other. So what does strategy look like? The way that we write content. So Shriti, I went and rewrote all of your content for you. That's strategy, right? How often we show up, where we show up, how really important. How many of you, and be honest, do a lead gen strategy at least 4 to 5 times a week? You never miss a day on lead gen strategy, and you've committed to the same strategy for 90 days. Tell me in the chat, who here has done that? 90 days, committed 4 to 5 times a week of one lead gen strategy. Just one. You go in every day and you go do your lead gen every day for 90 days. Who has done that? Who here is growing their community, their email list, their platform, their social media by 1 to 5 new followers every day and connecting with them every week for 90 days? Who here has done that? You're growing your platform, you're talking to the new people, and every day you have new followers. Who's done that? Who here has committed to a content strategy where you're showing up, telling stories, being real, being raw, being vulnerable? You're posting at least 3 to 5 times a week on your feed. You're posting on stories. Use whatever platform is, and you're selling consistently for 90 days. Who here has done that? And making invites. And you're not afraid to, like, when you talk to someone, you're not afraid to convert the conversation into like, hey, you'd be actually a really perfect fit for this. I would love to offer you my freebie, my event. Who here has done that? 90 days, consistent content, consistent conversations. Who here has sold their offer every day for the last 90 days?
Who here has had at least 3 or 4 live launch events? Who here in the last 90 days has sold one offer and you didn't change it, you didn't change the price, you didn't even waver on the offer, you were in full belief of selling this offer for 90 days without wavering? Who here has done that? Of like, I know every single person needs this and wants it, it's a steal, like someone is going to buy this, period, point blank, this is the best thing I've ever done. If for 90 days straight, you have consistently shown up and sold your offer and talked to people and did lead gen and did content and hosted live events, and you weren't afraid to make offers and you weren't afraid to sell to people point blank in their face every day for 90 days, then we could talk about this isn't working. And even though that, I still wouldn't believe you. 90 days is like a blip of time. So when things feel like they aren't working, I ask myself, what am I doing or not doing? Because that's all it is. The results that I have in my business today are a reflection of my last 90 days. Guess what? My last 90 days, I took a huge break in my business. I did a huge pivot. I changed offers. I wavered. And then I came back and had a $0 launch. Shocker. Not shocking at all. I've been gone. I've been changing my mind. I haven't shown up. So for the last 90 days, I did a whole bunch of nothing and received a whole bunch of nothing. But if your last 90 days was selling your ass off, then we would see the benefits of that from 3 to 6 months from now. It's not immediate. People are just seeing you guys. People are just learning about your offers and what you do and your personality and your stories. You guys are just cracking the door open to who you are. But you're asking people to immediately sign up and pay you thousands of dollars. You wouldn't do that though. You would not find a coach who's just now entering the game, who's like not really showing up, but kind of, who's still wavering, who just launched an offer for the very first time and be like, here's thousands of dollars. Because what's the process that you go through on the buying end? You're like, does she have testimonials? You watch her for a long time. You stalk her for a long time. You convince yourself, maybe I don't need this. And then you're like, maybe I do. And then maybe I don't. And you guys do that for months before you even buy from people. But you're expecting other people out there to be like, here's thousands of dollars because you showed up today. I want you guys to manage your expectations of yourself so that you are not in this place of like compare and despair and doom scrolling and thinking it doesn't work. If you put yourself in the shoes of a CEO today, what do you need to do to go out and make money? How do you need to show up every single day to this container to ask questions and get coached? Shriti's like, here's my content. I'm like, perfect. Let me rewrite all of it for you because I don't like any of it. Love you, but I also think it can be so much better, right? Then you show up to the call, then you get coached, and then you go implement it. And then you show up for Slack, and then you implement it. That's part of being a CEO, is asking for help, getting guidance, using the coaching container, showing up on social media. Stop being afraid to fail. Stop being afraid of what people online think about you, what your friends and family think about you. Who fucking cares? They're not paying you. If your family members are paying you right now to do your business and they're micromanaging you, then you work for them, but none of you here are. I heard this morning and I want to read it to all of you because I was like, wow, this is really good. And this was also the theme in yesterday's mastermind was, I'm not willing to stay with people that would need me to stay small in order to keep the relationship going. I am not willing to stay with people that would need me to stay small in order to keep the relationship going. I need all of you to hear this right now. If someone online, if a friend or a family member does not like what you're doing, but you're doing what is best for you and your family, what you love and what your purpose is, are you willing to stay small and not go after your dreams because of their thoughts? Are we going to decide that I want to be a business owner, full-time, a CEO, I want to earn 6 figures, and I will do everything I need to do to make it happen? Yes, you're going to have bad days. Yes, you're going to have failed launches. Yes, you're going to hear no. You're going to have people who don't like you. You're going to have clients that want to get out of contracts. You're going to have clients that their payments fail. You're going to have people who tell you, I don't like your brand and I don't like your colors and I don't like that you cuss. Who cares? If you want this bad enough, you have to decide to show up and get the coaching and sell the offers and talk to the people who need to hear from you right now. Here's the thing. I built Breadwinner Energy for women who want to have money for themselves, who want to get out of abusive relationships, for women who don't want a man to control them and control their money, for women to truly have a life that they love, that they need, that they have like built this thing for themselves. That was why Breadwinner Energy was originally created. To help women like you live out your passion and your purpose, to have something outside of your kids and outside of your husband, to be somebody on your own. But imagine if I allowed my stepdad, who told me women shouldn't be breadwinners, you shouldn't be the breadwinner, you shouldn't tell people you're the breadwinner, you're demeaning your husband, or if I stayed with my abusive ex-husband who held money over me and didn't let me work and told me I would never be anything and I would never have money and I would never have my own business and this would never work for me. If I allowed those people to decide for me, I wouldn't be here in front of you and I wouldn't be helping any of you. But my purpose is so much bigger than men. Let's just start there. But let alone men who want women to be quiet and sit in a corner and exist. Every day is your opportunity to tell yourself, this is happening for me. This will happen for me. And I'm here to change people's lives, period. And when I go out on social media every single day, it is to think about what can I give to that woman today? What does she need to hear? Because I have lots of women in this room, in this community, and on my social media who have told me, my husband is abusive. My husband holds money over my head. My husband is emotionally abusive. I would do anything to get away from my partner. I would do anything to have my own money. I'm so tired of being controlled. And that's why they're here. And it's my job to make sure that you're successful so that you don't have to live like that. So what do I need to go out on Instagram today to tell that woman? What does she need to hear? What does she need to know? How can I help her? How can I make her feel heard and seen and cared for every single day? And then how can I offer to change her life? This is really heavy on my heart because I don't want a single one of you to give up and tell yourself that this can't happen for you because of a failed launch. I had 2 failed launches this year. Who cares? Who cares? I'm not going to stop. I literally can't. I can't afford to. So I'm just going to decide, how can I be better at what I do? And how can I accept that those launches were $0 for a reason? And that when I put out new offers in the world, I cannot have expectations of people to buy them immediately, especially people who don't even know me. They've got to get to know me. We've got to build trust. A lot of you sat in my audience for a really long time before you bought from me. Because you needed trust. You needed to trust yourself. You needed to trust me. You needed to know that I was your person. Not my offer and not the price. You needed to know I was your person that was going to hold your hand through this. And then you guys got in other rooms with me and you got in coaching rooms and free rooms and low paid rooms. And then you're like, oh yeah, okay, I see it, right? You could hire any other coach and she will teach you offers and content and launching and pricing and they'll do that. But you chose me. Thank you, first of all. I love you guys. I think about you guys a lot. I was talking to my coach about this yesterday. Is like, I don't think that people know that when I leave a coaching room or I leave work and I go be with my kids and my family, is that I think about you guys a lot. I'm like, I wonder if you guys are okay. I think about like, are they hurting? Are they upset? Like, I want you to win. I want you to make money. I hope that your partners are treating you right. Like, I think about this stuff all the time. And I told my coach, like, they probably think I'm insane. Like, I'm just mothering them. Like, I'm just being their mom. Like, oh my God, are my kids okay? Because I'm like that with my own kids. I'm just like a fucking psycho helicopter mom. But then I'm like that with my clients. And I'm like, I don't think I should do that. Like, I think I'm even younger than some of them. And I'm like worrying about them, like mothering them. And she was like, that's why people love you. And people need to know that about you. Like, I've cried over clients before. Like, I just want it to work for her. For Taylor, I cannot tell you how many tears I've cried for Taylor. I'm like, I want this so bad for Taylor. It fucking hurts. I want it so bad for you guys. Do not give up because it's hard right now. You have to promise me. I don't care if you leave this container and you never work with me again. I mean, I do care, but if you leave my coaching and never work with me again, you have to promise me that you will give it all you've got before you give up. Prove it to yourself that you tried everything in your power before you just say it didn't work for you. You have to promise me that.